happening? Damn it. I hate when my GPS does this to fool a nigga. Alright, let's spin around. Anyway, while we got the sit time, this freestyle subject I want to hit on is called Selective Humanity. It's very pervasive amongst white people, but it's everywhere. It's going to be heavy in a subject that I'm going to be doing on a new channel. I'm going to revamp this. You know, me speaking publicly is a new thing, so this is kind of a test channel. But selective humanity is part of a smaller subject of how white people are women. And like, I digress. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. It's a whole spew. It's a whole different animal. But selective humanity is example. Famous people, famous black people that are allowed to be famous. And there are many more talented people than said people. That's selective humanity. It's a good example. Selective humanity is not just amongst whites to blacks. It's whites to every other race. But also, whites have learned this by doing this to themselves. From white to white. Selective humanity. Jewish people, which are white, not Jews, but Jewish, not Hebrews, but Jews. The Ashkenazis. They practice selective humanity to other white people. Selective humanity for example, with the rich and the middle class, which is dwindling to nothing, to the poor white class. That's selective humanity. You know, from white to white. Their hatred is foreign to us, but it's normal to them. So the extreme response they seem as extreme is normal because they don't value life like that. They don't value truth like that. They don't understand why we value things that are essential to the spirit. So every truth that we attempt to address seems like hate. But once again, I digress to the point. Selective humanity, in the sense where I can personally speak on it, is where you'll get blackballed, but not all black people. Just the ones that aren't willing to sell their souls. Selective humanity. If you're willing to destroy others, regardless of color, creed, or whatever, basically, fuck the religious idea. The devil's real. So is God. But if you're willing to do the devil's work, you get that selective humanity. Ironically. Because you're probably the furthest thing from human. I got my I Love Haters shirt on. Ironically. But selective humanity.
Follow Interstate 17 north for 77 miles.
It's pervasive in all our societies. Almost all of our societies. And it's entrenched in our false culture that was given to us after our real culture was ripped from us through slow and arduous tactics. Which also lends credence to something that's deeper than white people are women, and why white people really believe they're aliens secretly. Because they hate everything that's on Earth. But the hive mind collectively work together for the destruction of humanity, including themselves and Earth. Most animals have gone extinct because of white people. Not most, a lot. In the most recent hundreds of years, genocide has happened specifically because of white people. They've wiped out complete races or subsections of races because everybody came from black people. But they've created problems that never needed to exist. Like, greed is a concept that is based off of idiocy. There's more land than there's people. There's more places you can plant food. There's enough space for wild animals and beasts. Most of the ocean floor hasn't been explored. But the endless need to dominate and destroy is based off of ignorance and insecurity. This is all selective humanity. I think it goes a little bit further. I think where I was going with that last subject is, that last quarter subject is, there are things that are connected to white people. It's like in place of a spirit, it's something that's demonic. Not all, obviously, but they're all in agreement on devilish tactics. Now, if you flip the Bible open and you read the Bible, that's why a lot of them are anti-God. You read the Bible to them, they'll be like, oh, even if they say they're Christians, you read the Bible and you say, okay, let me look at your life. I'm like, oh, damn. And then at best, the most clever and wicked of them will point back to the black people, which are the God's original people. You're like, well, you're doing it. But unbeknownst, which is they do know, the reason why we are doing a lot of the wicked shit is because we're under charge of wicked people, which happen to be white, which force and only allow, which is also in the Bible. This is literally a Bible verse. These wicked people only allow the wicked to prosper and prevail. You're only allowed to exist if you have wicked and produce wicked. It's a sick calculation. Like, even the fact of me speaking on this probably has reason why my channel has been blackballed. And like pretty much a lot of my things have been blackballed. I had a Facebook with thousands of people I've actually personally known, met, hung with, and chilled. I've met a lot of people. I'm like probably one of the most known loners, introvert motherfuckers you've probably ever seen. And as being a targeted individual in their weird background scheme campaign to wring humanity from me and to paint pictures of things that aren't real, you have to remove me from people as much as possible. They'll be like, nah, what you're saying is a lie. That nigga ain't like that. And my Facebook was a large evidence of that. So that was hacked, and I could not get access to it. This very phone that I'm making this video on is hacked. I'm surprised this video hasn't cut off by now. Usually my phone does a lot of wonky shit. But that is an extreme version of selective humanity. And it all points to a bigger picture, which I always say in a lot of my videos before I say the ending part, which also relates to what I'm saying. It's a spiritual battle. The devil doesn't give a fuck about these financial ups and downs and highs and lows, or all these other things and trinkets and things that are rust and break and die. It's bigger. Even our flesh and body, it's bigger than that. Like, white people die for things that don't matter. They'll murder and extinct people and animals in white history for things that they don't give a fuck. They don't even give a fuck about themselves, but they give a fuck about true history. There's white people that are dead and gone hundreds and hundreds of years ago that altered the Bible and removed the original original Bible, the books from the Bible, and altered and tried to hinder it. So not only they can make everybody white in the Bible, but also remove the direct contact that everybody has free access to directly to God. It's heavy work. They're just tools. But I digress for the last time in this video. That's selective humanity. Anywho, God knows your value. Do you? Anyways, do you like to subscribe or not? I don't care.